You've probably heard 1,000 times that you need to set boundaries, but what does it actually mean? I used to think that when I started setting boundaries that I'm being super mean and selfish. I didn't know how to set boundaries, what to say, what is too rude, what is too mean, what can I really do to set the boundary properly? And so today, I'm gonna give you super quick and simple way how you can actually set your boundaries yourself. So when you think about boundaries, what are boundaries really about? Boundaries are a way how you communicate your value to others. A boundary technically says, this is what I value. If you're gonna keep crossing this boundary, then I am gonna take care of myself in this specific way. So let's say you're in a fight with someone and the person starts yelling and you hate it. A request would be, please stop yelling. However, boundary sounds more like, if you will continue yelling, then I will leave the room. Do you see the difference? Even when you say it with a very similar tone, right? Please stop yelling at me. Compared to, if you're not gonna stop yelling at me, I will leave the room immediately. Request asks them to change. But boundary gives you a plan how you're gonna protect yourself in case they're gonna keep disrespecting you. So what is the formula? You can save this, you can write it somewhere down. It is, I value X and Y. So if you will X and Y, I will X and Y. Super full sentence, right? But if you think about it, I value my peace. So if you will continue yelling at me, I will leave the room. And that's how you set a great boundary. You don't yell at no one, you don't have to threaten anyone, you don't point out anyone's mistakes, you just say, this is what I value, this is important to me. If you're gonna keep doing what is against my value, what I deem important, then I am gonna do this and this to protect my own peace. However, if you're with someone that you know they're reasonable, they are emotionally intelligent, you can include the way how you feel, how it makes you feel. So you can say something like, it makes me very sad when you yell at me. So if you're not gonna stop, I'm gonna leave the room and I'm gonna come back later so we can deal with this in a peaceful way. This is exactly how I would handle my own conflict. It's much better than pouring so much emotions and energy into it. Just like set a clear boundary like this. It will save your time, your energy, and a person who truly respects you will respect the boundary. So if you think that the best thing for you is to leave the room, that's completely okay. It's not immature, but I know that a lot of people will get very offended when you want to leave the room, to breathe it out, to kind of like calm down in the middle of the fight, because they just want to keep going and they will call you immature, that you sulking, that you cannot speak in an adult way. But that's not true. It's okay to breathe it out, to get yourself in check, both of the sides, and then come back together and sort it out in a rational and more mature way. So I have some examples of the boundaries that I'm gonna put into the PDF. It's not in the way of the formula, like I value, so if you, then I will. But you can take a little bit of inspiration, what is okay to say? Because I didn't know that such things are possible and I felt mean, but they are actually very normal, and it's very normal to set boundaries in those ways. So for example, your feelings are very valid, but I am not responsible for managing them. I love you, however, sometimes I need some time to recharge and to focus on myself and to dedicate some time to my own hobbies, and then we can do something together. A lot of times myself, I feel overstimulated, so I set a clear boundary. I feel very overstimulated right now. I don't feel comfortable touching in any sort of way. Please don't touch me now, and then we can cuddle later. This conversation doesn't seem respectful anymore, so I am stepping away. The day was a rough day for me, so I just need some time of silence, of just being with myself, doing my own thing, being away, and just having headphones, and then we can chat if you want. What happened to me a lot of times is that someone thinks that they're super funny and they keep doing jokes about you that you feel very uncomfortable about. So you can just say, I don't like when you joke about this. I told you before that I don't appreciate this. So if you're gonna keep joking about this, we don't have to meet. We don't have to see each other because this is something that I view as disrespectful. A lot of times, people have a feeling that you have to agree on everything. It's not that case. You can still be respectful to one another, you can still love one another and have a different opinion on things. So you can say something along the line, I've made my decision, and even if you don't agree, I still ask you to respect my decision. People pleasers, a lot of times, say yes to help to someone, even though that they feel like they don't have the energy to do so at the moment. And it's completely okay to say, I love you, I care about you very much, but right now I am not in a position where I could help you with this because I have my own things to deal with right now. Setting boundaries can feel very uncomfortable at first, and it can feel like you're being disrespectful, you're being mean, but it's just something that you are not used to, either because you were raised in a way where you couldn't really express yourself, or because you have some kind of negative experience when it comes to romantic relationships or friendships. Wherever it's coming from, it's okay for you to set boundaries. It's something that is signalizing what you're comfortable with, where your safe space is, and people who will decide to respect you will respect your boundaries. Setting boundaries is okay. It's for you, for your own mental health, and it should be something that you prioritize day to day in every single relationship. And I hope this video was helpful and that you're gonna use the formula and that you're gonna take some inspiration. I'm gonna put the PDF with the examples of the boundaries in the link below. I'm glad you were here and see you in the next one. Bye!